it's Nikki. Welcome to part 3 of this 5-part series of how the heck do I actually do this? I wanted to start there because let's talk about the reality of the situation. When you're making a move, a change, you've made a decision, you've carved out a new path, you've said today is the day, you have put all your eggs in one basket, however you like to describe it, there may be that dawning then of thinking, right, let's go then. How do we do this? And you would be right to feel all of those things because you are a human being. And the myth that once you decide, everything will fall into place is simply that. It's a myth. And you will meet things along the way that will challenge you, that will require you to ask questions, that will surprise you, that will invigorate you. You will feel all of the feelings. And I often think about that moment when you turned 18. And there was this assumption that once you turned 18 and you were an adult, you would then know what to do. You would then know how to navigate the world. Everything would be sorted. And I don't know about you, when I turned 18, I was not in a fit state to be welcoming that adult vibe. If anything, I was a bit chaotic. I had a lot of questions, very few answers, and I was just in this roller coaster of having fun and getting drunk and boys and all of that sort of stuff. So the first thing that I want to say is it's really important to do this on your terms. And what I mean by this is about tuning in to you, your circumstances, your personality, your goals. I say this on my website all of the time. I don't have a one-size-fits-all formula. I don't have an agenda for you of like, well, so-and-so that I was working with last month did this, and you're in a similar industry, so I feel like you should do. No, this all comes from you. And I'm really paying attention in that early part of getting started with you. Let me just turn up this brightness. Oh, there we go. Oh, great. I can see it now. It's so professional. When we're in that early stages, I want to know all of those things. I want to know what's going on for you. I want to be able to factor in these circumstances so you can build foundations going forward. There's no point saying, oh, actually, I can't do that because I've got this other part of my life. Tell me all of the things and you can make it work in your way. But today is about really understanding what your skill set is. And this could be a practical exercise where you get your piece of paper and a pen and you put you in the middle. And I want you to list all of the things that you're really good at naturally in your business. And it may not be naturally. You may be like, well, I've just been doing this for 15 years. So I used to be a bit shy at school, but actually, because I've now been doing this thing for 15 years, I've got better at it. Great. Again, we're not having to be the best in the world, but just those things that you see on your to-do list and you're like, yeah, okay, great, I can do that. That's sorted. Yeah, no problem. I might not want to necessarily do that, but you can do that. I then want you to think about the other components that you will need in order to make this change, this chapter, this business move forward. So essentially, looking at those elements, those skills, those attributes that you have that are all sparkling and like, yeah, I'm familiar with this, I'm in my comfort zone. And then see where those gaps are. So you might say, and I can give an example of being a coach, of you might say, okay, I'm really good at the one-to-one stuff. I feel really confident writing the copy for my website. I don't mind being on video. I'm good at networking and being out, talking about what I do. But I really struggle with accounting, or I really struggle with the back end of my website. And I need the website to work really well because there's no point going out and networking or meeting clients or welcoming clients if they can't get what they need, or they can't pay me, or they can't access what I need. So what you will have is this big picture of all of the parts of this machine that is your new life, chapter, business, however you like to refer to it. And you will see the bits that work really smoothly. And then it's now about noticing, okay, where needs a bit of support? What do I need to do in order to get better at that? Because again, the assumption is that once you decide and once you say that you're doing this thing, the other things will just fall into place. And from my experience personally and with my clients, they don't. We have to meet it halfway. We can't be good at all of the things, and we have to make adjustments. We have to invest. We have to perhaps have a schedule or a slower pace in certain other areas, or we have to schedule time to do that thing so it becomes a non-negotiable. That's what today is about. Really understanding yourself, how you want to do things, who you are as a person, and then noticing those gaps. And if you haven't guessed already, it's more than okay to have gaps, to have parts of your business that you find less desirable, less interesting, less easy, because we're all human beings trying to figure it out, trying to do the best by it. So yeah, good luck with that. Let me know what you find, what you discover. And when you do that exercise, go really gently with yourself and maybe imagine your best pal or your mum or like somebody who, like my granny always used to say, like, you know what to do. You know what to do. And she just always had that belief in me that I would know what to do, that I would figure it out. And I miss that energy sometimes. And sometimes I'll channel it of like, what would she say? Like, how would she support me through that? And sometimes she would just say, like, listen, you know what to do. Take your time. Yeah, that's it. All right, lots of love. Bye.